Welcome and thank you for joining us for another segment of What Women Bring, a closer look, where I have the privilege and the honor of talking one-on-one with our 2022 What Women Bring honorees. Today I have the real distinct pleasure. I am a fan of Miss Shakeima Chatman, with the Chatman Group with Keller Williams Realty. And so we're going to get into some real conversation today because, like I said, I am a fan. It was an honor for me to be a part of honoring you in our 2022 awards ceremony. So.
And it was a pleasure, and it's a little humbling to be a fan. But like I tell people, I'm just a little girl born to a 17-year-old mom off of Spruill Avenue that God has shown a whole lot of favor.
Awesome. That is a great introduction to, like, how did you get here?
That's a good question. I definitely was a lot of faith moves. Prior to, starting my business, I worked in a corporate environment and started out in a position that I loved. Traveling the world, training, consulting, doing software training. And then it was like the seasons and the winds of my life just started to shift and change. And I found myself with a group of friends doing a study of the purpose-driven life and really seeking purpose, like God. And really, like, a lot of people, they're like, protocol with God, dear God. I'm like, God, why am I here? Like, cry out, why am I here? And, the message that I got, I believe in spiritual journaling. As I was journaling was, you've worked in nonprofits for years, and I want you to love on and bless teen girls, but the avenue that you're going to get there is through real estate. So I'm like, but that doesn't come with a paycheck. Right. The job that I have, I know on the 1st and the 15th I'm going to get paid and paid well and got bonuses too. So it was just taking that leap. It's been a wild journey. I've been in business 13 years. I gave myself 6 months. So I'm going to try this for 6 months. And if it doesn't work, but I'm just going to go back to work. But I'm still here.
You're still here.
I'm still here.
And what's so beautiful is that you're not just here, you're bringing other women along with you. I love watching just and hearing stories about how you are impacting lives of other women. So I want to talk about your group, the Chatman Group. Tell me about that. What is it that you all do?
Another interesting, thing. We are a group of women, all real estate women, teen. Most of my agents are a little younger than me, which I love because I believe that as we grow and climb, it's our responsibility, obligation to reach back and pull others. So I love the synergy. When we look at our ideal client, believe it or not, it is women, whether they're single or married. A woman is making a decision about where we live. So it's a great opportunity. We are big on fostering relationships and being in the community, and then we reach back with our nonprofit endeavors with the girls. So it's an opportunity for us to thrive in business, helping other women achieve their goals. Because if we look at anyone's wealth portfolio, real estate is always there. So it's such a honor to be able to do that every day to help someone increase their wealth.
So why real estate? How did you get into that?
Again, I always had the desire, and I myself, when it was time for me to buy a home, I got married young. I got divorced even younger, and so I found myself kind of like in a depressive state. And when you're depressed, you're not thinking about finances. And so when I kind of came out of my fog and wanted to buy a house, and I tell this story all the time as a point of inspiration. If you know anything about credit scores, they're from about 350 to 800. Mine was 478. I was at the bottom of the barrel. So I had a pity party for about 6 months. No one came. And I said, you know what? I need to get up. And worked on my credit. And then through the process of working on myself and buying a home, I said, I could do this for other people. And so that's exactly what that did for me and why I love what I'm doing. Giving people hope that, your credit score is not a death sentence, right? You can overcome those things. And we even have a credit repair company, someone who works specifically helping, repair credit, because a lot of times, unfortunately, especially in the African American community, home ownership rates have decreased. So sometimes people are faced with, they apply and they get discouraged. And
Yeah.
so we're here to give hope and provide opportunities,
Awesome.
other options.
I love the all-woman company. I think that we love our fellas too, but
Right.
there are this unique support system, and I think y'all need a reality show. That's just
You
me.
watch our chat times.
I think you all need your own reality show. So if anybody's
Yeah, 'cause we
listening,
have some stories.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. But it's also just that support and just being there. That I just really commend you for. But I want to talk about what you do with the girls.
Okay.
So tell us about that.
Yeah, so this coming year, we've already pegged the date. October 28th will be our 7th Dream Sparkle Shine Conference. We started around 2015. COVID put us on ice for 2 years.
Yeah.
But it's a day of empowerment for young girls. And that was important to me because as a teenager, I was that girl. You know, you said anything to me, I was popping off. We
Okay.
were fighting. It was like
It was going down.
whatever. And so as a result, you know, teachers, guidance counselors kind of wrote me off. And I just remember the distinct time my senior year, a lot of my friends, because I would be the bad girl, but I was friends with the smart girls. I was
Right.
wild enough to do both. And I remember they were all preparing for the debutante ball. Well, of course, I was not going to be a debutante.
Right.
And so that just made me feel unworthy. And so I said, you know, there are a lot of little girls like me who, my story, I had been molested when I was younger. And so that was my defense mechanism.
Yeah.
I figured if I was mean, nasty enough, I would never find myself in a vulnerable position. And I said, how many other girls are there out there like that where people don't look at the diamond within? Our symbol is a diamond. If you just dust all of the dirt off,
Yeah.
there's a diamond within. And so
Yeah.
that's what the Dream Sparkle Shine Conference is. It's for everyone. You don't have to be a debutante. We have girls that we sponsor every year from local group homes. I have an amazing support system. If I say I have 20 girls that want to come, those girls are covered.
Right.
So most of the girls, a large majority, get to come for free. But it's a day in the past. We had adults come and speak and, you know, share their testimonies. Well, this past year, none of our speakers were over 18.
Oh.
We had, you know, business owners. We had a national beauty pageant queen. And then our vendors were all young kidpreneurs.
Wow.
So it was just a day of them inspiring one another. I don't think I'll ever go back to adult speakers after that because they did so well.
Absolutely.
And so that is the whole, you know, the whole gist of the day, to remind them that no matter where they come from, they can dream big.
Yeah.
You know, they can sparkle no matter what, and they can always shine bright. Never let anyone dim their lights. So that is, I sell real estate to fund that passion.
Right. That's awesome. So so if you want to know what women bring, here you got. There it is. This is what it is. This is what women bring. I mean, you have taken all the challenges, and I mean, just in this short period of time, you've shared so many personal yet real moments from your past, but that you have been able to take them and make something really beautiful out of what might have just, you know, wiped some other people out. But you've been able to find the strength to not only pick yourself up, but then bring others.
And
along
there are a
with
lot
you.
of us out there, and that's why it's important to have these conversations, because unfortunately a lot of times we're silenced and
Absolutely.
ashamed of our stories. And,
Right.
and you know, you go back and talk to like the support system. That's the beauty of having an all-woman team. You know, they know and understand that, yeah, we got to get work done, but sometimes we may have to have a moment, because
Absolutely.
life is lifing for all of
All
us.
of us.
And how do we pick ourselves up and support ourselves? And I think that's the beauty of womanhood.
I do.
True womanhood and sisterhood,
Yes.
when you realize you don't have to travel this journey alone.
Absolutely. And I think sharing our stories, being vulnerable and open, because sometimes you can share something that you think you're the only one.
Right.
And then someone will say something and you're like, oh my God, that happened to me too. Or, oh, that is exactly how I felt. Because you said you were the boisterous type. I was the exact opposite. I felt like if I was extremely quiet and
No one
just
would
no one would notice and they would leave me alone. But as we know, none of that happens.
Yeah.
That's not how it happens. But you can take that and you can make it into something beautiful. And you've
And
done
that journey, it takes a while.
It definitely does.
I don't think, I'm 48 now. I didn't speak my truth till I was 37.
Yes.
Even my own mother, who I'm very close to.
Yes.
So it's just, I feel the more we speak, the more we allow the doors to be open for others to,
Yes.
and like you say, self-identify.
Self-identify, and hopefully maybe we can even prevent.
Yeah.
Because there are things that we can see that are foreshadowing for, little girls to be vulnerable, whereas we can say,
true.
no, that's not, you don't need to be doing that, or be careful of this. So,
Exactly.
well, thank you for sharing that. Absolutely. So now, what do you do for fun? Because you sound like you're busy
Travel.
working. That's right, because Africa.
Yes,
Yes.
I travel.
Yes, you do.
I tell everybody, I say this, everyone has their addiction. Some people are shoes, purses, mine is the airline ticket.
You're a collector of airline tickets.
So
I hear you there.
definitely travel. Like you said, I just went to Ghana this past year, which is absolutely amazing.
I've gotta go.
You have to go to the continent. I'm going again. I'm going to Kenya this year. I went to Costa Rica last year, and then Jamaica. I think if I go back to Jamaica, they'll make me a resident. I love Jamaica.
I feel at home when I go to Jamaica. I go there. That's probably my most frequent spot, and it's because when I go, I feel like I'm somebody's cousin, and I feel like they treat me like I'm the cousin that just came to visit.
It is the most late, and the food is amazing.
The food
of
is
course,
amazing.
But it's the people. It really is the people, and it's. Especially when you look at American race, like I came in here Russian, and everything there is like no worries, man.
It's always no worries.
It's no worries, laid back. Why are you so worried?
Right.
So I'm like you. That's probably everywhere I go. I end up comparing. I was like, but in Jamaica,
yes, absolutely. I love Jamaica, and I love the travel aspect. So yeah.
So I'm actually combining work with play because I started doing a retreat for agents for a lot of things that we talked about. One, in our field, sometimes it could be a little competitive, so no one wants to share. So I've never wanted to be that person. So a place to learn, but also to play. So we're going to do a Real Estate Agents with Purpose Jamaica retreat. Because, hey, we can always mix work. And that's one thing I'm learning because I do work a lot. And you have to have those spaces. Like, I just had a bad day. I called my girlfriends and was like, let's meet for martinis.
Yes.
You just need those. You do. Like
that girlfriend time.
That,
you really do.
Laugh. You don't want to be a wife. You don't have to be a mama.
Right.
You can just laugh and have a good time.
Yes, yes. Well, I wish I were a realtor so I could go on this Jamaican trip, but I'm sure it's going to be fantastic. Absolutely. Now let's talk about family.
Yes.
Tell me about your family.
So I am married, and then I have my 14-year-old daughter, Kendall. So sometimes I say I have two children because having to take care for both of them. And then also important to me, family-wise, is my extended family. I have a sister. Unfortunately, my family lives in Virginia, so it's like 3/4 conversations today. Very close with my mom, my dad, my brothers and sisters. But probably my sister and I, when you're growing, we're 8 years apart. So again, womanhood and sisterhood is just I love us at this age. When I was younger, she was a little girl that had to go with me everywhere, kicking her to the side.
Yes, but and telling you every time.
Okay. But now she's like, I'm her biggest cheerleader. She's a VP of a Fortune 500 company, so watching my little baby sister direct tens, thousands of people, she's my biggest cheerleader. So that sisterhood as an adult, and when you get older, your mom becomes your best friend.
Absolutely.
Now my daughter, I already told her, I'm not your little friend. I'm not one of your little friends. We still mama-daughter mode right now. And then my husband is a great support system because I'm like out there. He always jokes. He used to be a DJ in the area. He said, I used to be DJ Dr. Dre, but now I'm just Shakeima Chatman's husband.
That's true. And that's how you are with the kids. You're just you're their mother.
Yes,
right. So we all have our identities, but we are who we belong to. Yeah. So and I can relate to that.
That's, I think, another topic as women we have to explore. And it's okay to be all those things, but still be you. I found myself, like, when I first had my daughter, kind of losing myself. And then I'm like, wait a minute, I'm still me.
Yeah, you're not just Kendall's mom.
Right, there's still somebody under there. So having those girlfriend happy hours or
Absolutely.
girls trip. That's just on the table for me.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a girls trip.
Gonna have that
'Cause
time.
I got to get away from y'all. Y'all drive me
But
crazy.
I feel like I'm a better mother, wife, employee, all those things once I've been to Jamaica for a week.
Right.
I just come back better. And the things I think of are often related to the wife, mother, work thing, but I'm doing it in a different environment. So I think that balance, sometimes people think that balance means every day is balanced. But every day is not.
It's not. You
Yes.
fail, and like some days I'm a horrible mother.
Right.
I forget stuff.
Yes.
I am and sometimes I'm a horrible, realtor because I'm not dealing.
Right.
I've got to. Hey, this is going on with my daughter. I got to do that.
So we have to learn how to shift and make those things that are priority.
Our friend
a priority.
Kenya Dunn, she said there is no balance. You just find harmony.
That's right.
In all of it.
That's right. I love that. I love that. Well, I just want to thank you for this opportunity. I was a fan. Now I'm a super fan.
Oh, you're so funny.
I really am. But I thank you. And I think that what you said about the purpose-driven life, that's been a theme actually today. So
Really?
I'm going to have to go into my little journal and make a note of that.
Yeah, and it's a
because
40-day trek, and it's
Yeah.
an amazing experience, eye-opening.
Absolutely. Well, thank you.
Thank you.